Over 60. 7 healthy foods that secretly destroy your memory. Did you know that some of the foods you've been told are healthy could be quietly sabotaging your memory? By the time you finish this video, countless seniors will chalk up their brain fog to just aging. But what if the real culprit is hiding on your plate trapped in health halos? Stamped low-fat, heart-healthy, and 0 calories? You've been told these foods are safe, routine, even essential. Yet more and more research is sounding the alarm. Certain everyday healthy choices can spike insulin, inflame brain tissue, choke off blood flow, and quietly erode the very memory centers you're trying to protect, the most dangerous part. They don't feel dangerous. They feel normal, familiar, approved. In this video, I'll reveal 7 healthy foods that secretly destroy your memory, ranked from commonly ignored to mind-wrecking, and number 3. It's in millions of kitchens right now, marketed as a clean, smart choice, yet it can dull your focus and shrink your recall faster than you think. Here's how we'll do it. For each food you'll get the hidden trap, what's really going on inside your brain, the damage, how it shows up as fog, forgetfulness, and slower processing, the fix, simple swaps you can make tonight for a clearer mind tomorrow. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, which healthy foods do you eat every week, and when do you notice brain fog? Morning, afternoon, or after dinner? I'm reading every comment and sharing tailored tips. This is not medical advice, just a wake-up call. Always talk to your clinician before making big changes. Alright, let's start the countdown at number 7. Food number 7. Low-fat yogurt. Low-fat yogurt has been marketed for decades as a healthy choice, especially for seniors who are told to reduce fat intake. You might reach for it every morning, thinking it's boosting your bones and helping your heart, but here is the hidden truth. Most low-fat yogurts are loaded with hidden sugars and artificial sweeteners, which your brain does not see as harmless. When you remove fat from yogurt, companies need to make it taste sweet. That's where sugar and artificial sweeteners sneak in. Over time, these ingredients fuel inflammation in the brain and create chemical imbalances that interfere with memory formation. Imagine neurons trying to communicate while sugar and artificial chemicals block their signals. It's like your brain trying to run a marathon with bricks in your shoes. Studies now show that excess sugar in supposedly healthy foods can accelerate cognitive decline, particularly in seniors over 60, and those artificial sweeteners. They trick your taste buds but can disrupt neurotransmitters, making your brain slower at processing information and harder to recall memories. Here's a real-life example. Joan, 67, thought she was eating healthy by having low-fat yogurt every day for breakfast, but she started noticing brain fog mid-morning, forgetting appointments, and even misplacing her wallet regularly. After switching to full-fat yogurt with no added sugar, her clarity returned, and she no longer had that sluggish mental feeling. The takeaway: if it says low-fat and contains sugar or artificial sweeteners, it's not as healthy as it seems. Choose full-fat yogurt or plain Greek yogurt, and sweeten naturally with berries or a drizzle of honey. Your brain and your memory will thank you. Food number 6. Fruit juices. Fruit juices seem harmless, even healthy, right? After all, they're made from fruit. But here is the catch. Most store-bought juices strip away almost all the fiber and concentrate the sugar. This means your body receives a sugar overload in a single glass, which can spike your insulin levels and wreak havoc on your memory. Think of it like this. Your brain relies on stable energy to function well. When you drink a glass of juice with concentrated sugar, your blood sugar spikes rapidly, then crashes just as fast. These sudden swings stress the brain, weaken neural connections, and impair memory formation over time. Even 100% natural juice isn't safe unless it is freshly squeezed and consumed in moderation. Here's another problem. Many fruit juices are pasteurized. While this makes them safer from bacteria, it also destroys important phytonutrients and antioxidants that protect your brain, so you're left with sugar and water, hardly the brain-boosting elixir you think you're drinking. Consider Richard, 72. Every morning he drank a large glass of orange juice with breakfast, thinking he was being healthy. Over months, he noticed his memory slipping, forgetting minor details, repeating stories, and struggling with word recall. After swapping juice for whole fruit like an orange or a handful of berries, he noticed better focus, more stable energy, and improved memory clarity. The takeaway here is simple: fiber matters. Whole fruits slow down sugar absorption, stabilize insulin, and protect your brain. Juice, even natural juice, concentrates sugar and accelerates cognitive decline, especially in adults over 60. To protect your memory, skip the juice and eat the whole fruit. If you must drink juice, keep it fresh, small in portion, and never more than a few ounces at a time. Your neurons will function better, and your brain will thank you for decades to come. Food number 5. Whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread sounds like a wholesome, healthy choice, right? Especially for seniors who are told to eat more fiber and whole grains. But here's the shocking truth. Modern wheat is highly processed, stripped of vital nutrients, and can actually harm your brain. When wheat is processed for bread, it loses much of its natural fiber and essential nutrients. The result is a product that spikes blood sugar quickly, causing insulin surges and crashes. Over time, these blood sugar swings weaken cognitive function, impair memory, and make it harder to focus. In other words, what seems like a healthy staple could secretly be slowing your brain down. Let's take a closer look at the science. Refined grains and processed whole wheat release glucose rapidly into the bloodstream. This sudden influx forces your pancreas to produce more insulin, which can lead to chronic inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain. Over decades, these subtle effects accumulate, accelerating memory loss and cognitive decline, especially for those over 60. Here's a real-life story. Linda, 68, loved her morning toast with butter and jam. She was health-conscious, always choosing whole wheat bread. But she started noticing mental fog, forgetfulness, and difficulty concentrating on simple tasks. After switching to sprouted grain bread or oats, her focus improved, and she felt mentally sharper. The difference was remarkable. It's not just the bread itself, it's the modern wheat. Ancient wheat varieties have a lower glycemic index and don't trigger the same blood sugar spikes. But most supermarket breads today are made from hybrid wheat, heavily processed and full of additives. The takeaway is clear. If it's processed, even if labeled whole wheat, it may not be protecting your brain. Opt for sprouted, minimally processed grains, or better yet, ancient grains like einkorn or spelt. Your memory will benefit, and your brain will thank you for every bite. Food number 4, diet sodas. Diet sodas are everywhere, marketed as the guilt-free alternative to sugary drinks. 0 calories, no sugar sounds perfect, right? But for anyone over 60 concerned about memory, they can be quietly damaging your brain. The hidden danger lies in artificial sweeteners, particularly aspartame, which is commonly used in diet sodas. Studies have shown that aspartame can interfere with neurotransmitters in the brain, affecting how neurons communicate. This interference can lead to memory lapses, slower cognitive processing, and even mood changes over time. But it doesn't stop there. Diet sodas also contain phosphoric acid and other chemicals that may reduce blood flow to the brain. Think of it like a slow leak in your mental engine. Each sip may subtly diminish your brain's efficiency. Over years, these effects accumulate, contributing to age-related cognitive decline. Take Margaret, 71, for example. She had been drinking 2 diet sodas a day for decades. She noticed her memory slipping, forgetting names, misplacing items, and struggling to recall recent conversations. When she replaced her daily sodas with sparkling water infused with lemon, her clarity improved within weeks. It wasn't instant, but removing the hidden chemicals allowed her brain to function better. Even sugar-free does not mean harmless. The chemicals in diet sodas trick your metabolism and brain, sometimes increasing cravings for sugar and unhealthy snacks, further stressing memory and cognition. For seniors who want to protect memory, the best choice is simple. Ditch diet sodas entirely. Replace them with water, herbal teas, or natural sparkling water with fresh fruit. Your brain will maintain better blood flow, neurons will communicate more effectively, and memory function will remain sharper. Food number 3, canned soups and vegetables. Canned foods are everywhere in our kitchens, quick, convenient, and seemingly harmless. For seniors, they can feel like a lifesaver. Open a can, heat it up, and a meal is ready. But there's a hidden danger, especially for your brain. Canned soups and vegetables are often loaded with sodium and preservatives that can restrict blood flow to the brain and impair memory over time. Excess sodium doesn't just affect blood pressure, it directly impacts the brain. High sodium levels cause fluid retention, inflammation, and can constrict blood vessels, reducing the oxygen and nutrient flow that neurons need to function optimally. Over the years, this contributes to cognitive decline, memory lapses, and difficulty focusing. Preservatives, including BPA bisphenol A from can linings, are also a concern. BPA can leach into the food and act as a neurotoxin, subtly interfering with the brain's communication pathways. Seniors who eat canned foods regularly may unknowingly be exposing their brains to chemicals that accelerate aging and memory loss. Here's a real-life example. Tom, 70, loved his nightly canned vegetable soup. It was his routine after dinner, warm, comforting, and easy. Over a few years, he began noticing forgetfulness, misplaced keys, repeated questions, and struggling to remember appointments. After switching to fresh or frozen vegetables and making his soups from scratch, he reported improved mental clarity and memory recall. The difference was striking. His brain function rebounded simply by eliminating the hidden sodium and preservatives. It's not just about cutting out canned foods, it's about making smarter choices. Frozen vegetables retain more nutrients and are free from the harmful preservatives found in cans. Homemade soups allow you to control sodium and avoid chemicals entirely. Even small adjustments, like choosing low-sodium options or rinsing canned vegetables, can make a measurable difference in brain health. For anyone over 60, convenience shouldn't come at the expense of memory. Your brain deserves fresh, natural nutrients, and avoiding canned foods is one of the simplest, most effective ways to protect cognitive function and stay sharp for years to come. Food number 2, vegetable oils: soybean, corn, canola. You've probably seen the label, heart-healthy vegetable oil. It's in your pantry, in salad dressings, and in your cooking. But here is the hidden truth for seniors over 60. These oils are packed with inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, and too much of them can silently accelerate brain aging and damage memory. Our bodies need a balance of omega-3s and omega-6s, but modern diets overload us with omega-6s from processed vegetable oils. This imbalance triggers inflammation in the brain, affecting memory, focus, and cognitive function. Essentially, your neurons are caught in a constant state of stress, struggling to send signals and retain information. Studies show that diets high in omega-6 vegetable oils are linked to faster cognitive decline and higher risks of Alzheimer's disease. Even when the label screams healthy, your brain may be paying the price. It is a classic case of what looks good on the outside isn't necessarily good for your body or your mind. Here's an example. Margaret, 68, cooked with canola oil every day because she thought it was heart-friendly. Over time, she noticed small lapses, forgetting names, missing appointments, and feeling mentally sluggish. After switching to olive oil or avocado oil, rich in anti-inflammatory omega-3s, her mental clarity improved noticeably. It wasn't an overnight miracle, but within weeks, her mind felt sharper, and her memory started to bounce back. The takeaway: not all oils are created equal. Avoid processed vegetable oils, especially soybean, corn, and canola. Choose oils that support brain health: extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil in moderation. These options nourish your neurons, reduce inflammation, and help keep your memory intact. For seniors, every meal is an opportunity to protect your brain. Swapping out these healthy vegetable oils for better alternatives is a simple change that can make a profound difference in cognitive health over the years. Food number 1, margarine and processed spreads. Finally, we arrive at the number 1 memory saboteur for seniors over 60, margarine and processed spreads. These are often sold as butter alternatives, appearing healthy, low in saturated fat, and perfect for heart-conscious diets. But behind the label lurks a hidden danger: trans fats, which are some of the most destructive fats for your brain. Trans fats were designed to extend shelf life, but they wreak havoc on your cells, especially your neurons. Research shows that trans fats damage cell membranes, reduce the efficiency of neurotransmitters, and interfere with memory formation. Over time, regular consumption can make you more forgetful, less focused, and more prone to cognitive decline. Consider John, 72, who spread margarine on his toast every morning for decades, thinking it was a healthier choice than butter. He began noticing subtle memory issues, forgetting conversations, misplacing items, and struggling to learn new things. After switching to real butter in moderation and using brain-friendly oils like olive oil, he saw a gradual improvement. His memory became sharper, and his mental energy increased. Processed spreads are also loaded with preservatives and artificial chemicals, further contributing to inflammation. In the body and brain, inflammation is a silent thief of memory, quietly accelerating the natural aging process and increasing risks for conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's. The solution is simple but crucial: ditch margarine and processed spreads entirely. Replace them with natural, whole-fat alternatives in moderation, such as grass-fed butter or olive oil, which nourish brain cells instead of destroying them. Every time you make this swap, you're protecting your neurons, supporting memory retention, and giving your mind the tools it needs to stay sharp well into your 70s, 80 seconds, and beyond. For seniors, this is more than a dietary tweak, it's a memory-preserving lifestyle change. By removing trans fats from your daily routine, you're not just protecting your heart, you're safeguarding the very essence of your life experiences, your memories, and your independence. Let's pause and take a moment to recap everything we've learned today. These are the 7 so-called healthy foods that may be quietly sabotaging your memory: low-fat yogurt, fruit juices, whole wheat bread, diet sodas, canned soups, and vegetables, vegetable oils like soybean and canola, and margarine or processed spreads. Each of these foods might seem harmless, some even appear on health blogs, supermarket labels, and wellness guides as smart choices for seniors. But here's the hidden truth: they are stealth memory destroyers. They work in different ways. Some spike blood sugar, others inflame your brain, restrict blood flow, or damage neurons over time. The end result is the same: gradual memory decline, brain fog, and slower mental processing. But don't panic. The good news is you are not powerless. You have the ability to protect your brain and even improve memory function with simple, intentional changes. Small adjustments in your daily eating habits can make a huge difference. Consider this: swapping low-fat yogurt for full-fat yogurt with no added sugar, or fruit juices for whole fruits, can stabilize blood sugar and provide nutrients that feed, rather than harm, your brain. Choosing sprouted or minimally processed grains instead of modern whole wheat bread can prevent cognitive dips. Avoiding artificial sweeteners, diet sodas, and processed spreads helps reduce inflammation and preserve neuronal health. It's not about perfection, it's about making smarter choices every day. Your kitchen is your first line of defense. Open your pantry and fridge. Look for these hidden brain saboteurs. Identify 1 or 2 foods that you can replace today. Even one change: switching margarine for real butter or olive oil can start protecting your neurons immediately. Let's make this personal. Have you ever noticed that after drinking fruit juice or eating certain healthy snacks, your focus slips or your memory feels fuzzy? That's your brain signaling that something isn't quite right. Listening to these subtle cues is a powerful way to reclaim mental clarity. And here's the final piece: share your journey. Comment below and tell me which foods you're going to replace and how you feel after making the swap. By doing this, you're not only helping yourself, you're helping other seniors become aware of these hidden memory saboteurs. Together, we can build a community of smart, proactive individuals who protect their minds, bodies, and independence. Remember, your brain is resilient and it thrives on the right fuel. The choices you make today can preserve your memory, protect your independence, and keep you mentally sharp for years to come. Don't wait for forgetfulness to catch up with you. Start small, start intentional, and start now. Your memory deserves this attention, your independence depends on it, and your future self will thank you.